We are wrestling. We are wrestling.
Don, DON?
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Make sure to subscribe, baby.
We are wrestling.
We Are Wrestling Podcast.
That was absolutely executed perfectly, and in wrestling, timing is everything.
You know, let's flip this around and turn on everybody's heads. I think that's a very rare possibility.
If I ever go to a Comic-Con and Batista's there, that's going to be what I waste my question on. Is like, what was running through your head when that kid jumped in front of you and was just doing your fucking motion?
Do that, that's his buddy. This right here.
Exactly,
you know, like,
bro. So what the fuck is the issue?
Like that was back in the day, you know, when they would show the surgeries like on video during like those vignettes. The dude is a fucking star.
And I didn't see a 3D or I didn't see anything from them both. I would have been extremely fucking pissed. I know that for a fact.
You!
Do you want this dude
You're
to
a
snap his
toxic
back? Like,
wrestling fan.
literally, Vince McMahon is probably the most iconic villain in like just the world at this point. Like, you can open a fucking history book and Vince's name is somewhere in there about all the bad shit he's possibly fucking done.
AEW and WWE cannot come up with anything creative for this guy.
I do not think they need to focus on casual fans. They need to focus on hardcore fans. Hardcore fans are the ones that are going to bring the ring.
Featuring your hosts, Ben, Danny, and Donnie. We are wrestling.
New episodes of the We Are Wrestling Talk Show air every Saturday, only on We Are Wrestling. What is up? We are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide. I'm the host with the most, the best one, Donnie, here with...
What is going on, everybody? Danny Huggins here, man. 1/3 of We Are Wrestling, man. Definitely not planned. We got the Asian sensation below us, man. He's the bottom bitch for this evening.
Absolutely. What's going on, guys? We are Wrestling Maniacs. We're back. Ben here, the third of the talk show. So yeah, it's not typically your we don't do this much. We're live right now.
Rare.
Very rare. So you know what, Don? I'm gonna let you take care of this.
All right, so you guys are all probably wondering why we are live at 10:45 Eastern Standard Time right now. So usually with the We Are Wrestling Talk Show, we film our episodes usually around 10 o'clock after Friday Night SmackDown, and after the stream, or after we film the episode, I'll go edit them, and we upload them, to the We Are Wrestling channel the next day on Saturday. But this week with the wrestling news has literally been nothing good to talk about this week. So we decided to do a non-advertised live edition of the We Are Wrestling Talk Show. If you guys want to interact, you can, because today what we're going to do is we're actually going to be scrambling, pro wrestling, superstars from WWE and AEW, and we're going to, pull up the list of the wrestlers, and we're going to be picking some that we think could do better on a new promotion. But before we get into that, if you're not We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, you're not a part of the thousands of subscribers. The best way to support us is by hitting that subscribe button now, turning on the post notifications. Videos be coming out of nowhere, like this live stream, like an RKO. And of course, you already know, the grind is real. So, guys,
you guys got to see that in real time.
Before
he does it in one. Believe it or not, he does that in one take every time. There is never a redo. There's no cut. There is no he does that every time. So honestly, props to him, because literally I've tried to do it many times, taking this shit solo. I get the gist, but it's never executed like that. So honestly, bravo.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
So before we get into our scramble here, anything in, the wrestling community that you guys do want to talk about? Anything?
We should talk about some news. Obviously, it got announced that SummerSlam this year, August 5th, is going to be taking place in Detroit.
Nice.
At Ford Field.
8 Mile.
It's the first time they're going to be at Ford Field since WrestleMania 2007. It's a huge. It's going to be a huge event, bro.
And SummerSlam is one of the 4 horsemen or the Mount Rushmores of the pay-per-views in WWE. So that's kind of great, man. It's good that they got that chunk of cheese. I'm glad that everybody gets to eat that night. And again, it's like a reunion for a lot of these guys that have been through the arena. So you're gonna be seeing a lot of old faces, familiar faces, behind the scenes. So it's got to be nice.
Yeah. One thing I definitely do want to talk about, because of course, if you've seen my reaction earlier this week on the We Are Wrestling channel, I actually did watch NXT, and there was, a controversy ending to it where JC Jane turned on Gigi Dolan and Toxic Attraction officially broke up. I really want to know your guys' thoughts on that. Not diving too deep into it.
See, I feel like it's almost kind of like another Eminem thing where they just they were a good tag team, but it's like you knew that they were going to break up soon. And when it happened, you were just like, oh, shit, it happened. So it's just kind of like one of those for me because, again, you knew it was inevitable now once Mandy Rose got released because she was, again, the face of Toxic Attraction. She was what basically was Toxic Attraction. So you take the mascot away and the poster child away from that. It's very hard to recuperate, and they were just one of the unlucky teams that you knew inevitably was going to break up. I didn't see it personally, but from what you guys have described and from what I've been seeing in bits and pieces on the Instagram news feeds of the announcement that they broke up, tough shit. It happens. I wish them both the best. I hope they make main roster debuts, or at least one of them. I hope that they have a very great career going forward in WWE. I hope they don't get forgotten, and I hope that Damage Control for them isn't the only success that they have there. So again, it just feels like another Eminem situation, but I just hope it's not that way in terms of one thrives and the other one has a tragic accident that basically stuns their career. So I just hope that they both thrive.
How do you feel, Danny?
Well, as you know, I'm not that big of a fan of NXT. I do like their premium live events, and when it comes to Vengeance Day, because this is where it all culminated.
Wait, can I interrupt you real quick?
Yeah.
I know they call it Premier Live Events.
You asked permission. Wow, I applaud you even further.
I'm trying to get better with my communication, Ben. And we're live here, so I have to be a little bit nicer to you guys. So...
Yeah, we can't go on a 5-minute rant telling each other to fucking go fuck off and have it all edited out.
Suck a dick.
So pretty much what I gotta just tell you is, I know they call it Premier Live Events.
Premium live events.
Please don't use that word on the We Are Wrestling Talk Show. Pay-per-views. Continue.
Pay-per-views. Okay. Well, it's not really. You don't really
what,
pay
premium because does it remind you of porn too?
It's like
it reminds him of porn too. Yep. That's why he hates the term premium. Just like he can't stand the word moist.
So
when you want to watch the good stuff, they put a freaking wall over you.
Premium.
So you have to have premium.
They put when you want to see the real thing, they put
paywall.
They put a wall over you. Wow.
Oh, shit.
They put a wall
premium.
Over you.
All right, back to what you were saying.
So obviously, this entire thing culminated at Vengeance Day.
Got me getting sweaty.
We saw a Toxic Attraction in a triple threat match against Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez retained the title. You could definitely tell within that match, because at
Shit
first,
was going sour.
JC and Gigi, they were, trying to team up, trying to take out Roxanne. And then they just every so often they would, just start fighting each other. And I knew they weren't going to, be able to keep their composure because when it comes to the title, only one of them can win. Ultimately, we saw the aftermath, what happened on Tuesday. I heard that Shawn Michaels, that segment had Shawn Michaels written all over because
bro.
It was such a flashback of the whole Marty Jannetty situation that it's ridiculous, bro. And can we talk about the stiffness of that fucking kick, bro? JC had the fucking receipt coming.
Mm-hmm. You know what's crazy? NXT be on a budget, so instead of, getting a window broken, they decided to just have her kick her in a door.
Wasn't the door? I've heard a lot of speculation that the door was supposed to open, but it didn't, and that's why the kick looks stiff.
I love the sound effects. They had freaking Bailey's ding dong every time someone would enter the door. That was hilarious.
Oh my god.
But my thoughts on the whole situation here, I do gotta say, I think both JC and Gigi are very talented, and I think regardless of this bad booking decision, I think they're both going to go very far in WWE. I could see, JC being, one of the biggest heels in the women's division for years to come. I think Gigi is going to be one of the most over baby faces with the crowd. I think she connects with them. But my thoughts on this, I wish that we didn't break them up too soon. I wish that they were in the main roster for like a year together and they did something like this on the main roster and have a bigger payoff, because I feel like something like this should have happened on the main roster. WWE is clearly lacking, tag teams in the women's division. And what's the point of having NXT women tag titles and the WWE woman tag titles when you don't have legitimate tag teams competing for them? And now you got rid of a legitimate tag team for what, 100,000 people? Or no, usually NXT averages about 500,000 viewers. So you had this big thing happen, 500,000 people for stand and deliver
on USA Network
when this should have
at 8
been
p.m. on Tuesdays. That's bad.
Yes, and that's when
maybe that's pretty bad.
But that's like why I'm saying this. Something like this should have happened on a Raw or a SmackDown, like after a year of being, tag team champions or something on the main roster. It would have had that bigger payoff, and then they could have led to a pay-per-view match.
Yeah.
But I think both stars definitely, regardless, have a bright future.
WWE is lacking a lot, especially when it comes to their women divisions. That includes NXT, Raw, SmackDown. They have. When was the last time that Io Sky and Dakota Kai defended their tag titles?
I couldn't tell you, man. Like
100
for example,
days
I think,
as champions, and they don't have any legitimate opponents.
I think the Elimination Chamber fucking cards look like shit this year, if I'm being dead ass.
I'm actually
like, I feel like they look. I'm not hating the men's, but like the women's is obscure as fuck. I'm sorry, but like the women's is just
excited.
We're gonna have Asuka winning. We're gonna have.
But why the fuck do you have Natalya Neidhart in there? Like, what has she done lately?
Just came back from injury.
Well, what was she doing before the injury?
True.
Getting plastic surgery.
And what was she doing before? Well, I mean, currently she's taking nudies with her fucking sister Jenny over here, who's definitely not as hot as she thinks she is.
She got beat the fuck up by Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler tonight because she decided to run her mouth and say that Shayna Baszler was a knockoff Ronda Rousey.
Here's what I think about the Elimination Chamber matches, getting into that real quick. Look, it doesn't seem fascinating who's in both chamber matches. I'm not going to lie here. I see what you're saying, Ben. But something I like about the chamber matches, they are different opponents in there that are getting opportunities. Like, I like that Damian Priest is actually going to be in the chamber. Bronson Reed, somebody I've criticized a lot, him being in the chamber match, I actually do like that decision.
Again,
and then for the women, Carmella, I think that's going to be exciting to see.
Yeah, she's back to Carmella's money gimmick.
I would have had Piper Niven in the.
See, yeah, that's another one. I would have had Piper Niven in that shit too. Like I would have had Piper Niven in it. I would have had fucking anybody but fucking Natalya Neidhart. Honestly, like I just like here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. No long-term disrespect. I respect Natalya. She does have accolades under her belt. Her father's legendary, but as of late, she should have been gone years ago. She should have been gone years ago.
AEW could benefit from her a lot more.
Or just retired or stayed behind the scenes, man, just because she's not really adding anything, like she hasn't been exciting for years, man. Like she in the beginning, she used to be a threat, man. Like she was built out to be a tank in the beginning. Now, all the fucking plastic surgeries, one, definitely did not help. Two, you stopped being a tank and started like just weird and just I don't know, man. I don't want to make this a whole like me slandering fucking Natalya Neidhart, but it just
honestly, I just think it's bad booking.
Somebody else.
I really think it's just bad booking. They have no idea what to do with her and her character, and I think that she's overstayed her welcome. I think. Very talented though.
Yeah,
absolutely talented.
She was trained by the GOATs. One of the royal families of wrestling.
I'm telling you right now. I'll tell you this right now. If Natalya left WWE, she would have a career run like Matt Cardona is on the independent circuit.
She could 100%. And another one is like, again, if she left wrestling for a little bit in general, maybe she just left in general for a little bit, took some time off, came back, reinvented herself, and went back to being a tank. But keep the Hart name in it, 100%. Keep that gimmick, but switch it up a little bit and work on your fucking mic skills too.
I want to add something to that.
That's
though.
That's it.
Here's what I got to say, man. Natalya, she's had a fantastic run in WWE. We all can agree on that, I'm sure. But let's be real. Natalya is not a sports entertainer. She is a pro wrestler. And I think really if she moved on from WWE, she would have a very successful run. And I think AEW would be a perfect place for her. Pair her up with Tony Storm and Saraya.
As weird as it sounds,
I'd love to see her on fucking match.
For a while, I could have seen her and Mandy Rose as a tag team.
Yeah, I could have seen that.
Yeah,
honestly.
Well, you also, I mean, where I could see where that chemistry could definitely work, it's also kind of in the same direction for Mandy Rose as opposed when she was with this chick, I forget her fucking name because she's become so fucking irrelevant lately.
Thank you, Eric.
The chick that was the 24/7 Dana Brooke. She was with Dana Brooke, and that basically was like, yes, she does need to go to AEW, absolutely, but at the same time, just stick her with Mandy Rose. I feel like Mandy Rose is just getting cursed too.
Mandy Rose should just be on her own. I think AEW she needs a new destination. That's what Natalya needs.
Was nuts, bro.
I have another thing that I want to bring up, and I wasn't going to bring this up, but I might as well now that we're live and it's not going to be like old news or whatever. So tonight on SmackDown, we saw a Fatal 4-Way match, which was the main event. Madcap Moss won it, and that declares that he's going to be the next contender for the Intercontinental Championship against Gunther. Like the match, this is Madcap's very first title shot since he's been with the company. I really like it. I'm kind of confused as to why they're not going to do it at a pay-per-view, and they're just going to do it next week on SmackDown, a day before Elimination Chamber.
Because if you notice, Triple H is trying to have, more important matches on the show so that people tune into it. And he doesn't want the same people to be on the pay-per-views, I think.
It's Gunther, bro. I mean, look at
You're right.
his run in the Royal Rumble.
Cody's not scheduled for the Chamber.
Immaculate, dude. Yeah, no.
I don't know.
He has no reason to be.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I'll be right back. Gotta see Vicky real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem, man. We'll take the reins.
We will take it over, and we got 7 people. So now that we kind of got into it a little bit with the scramble, Ben, I think we should pull up the WWE roster first. We can go through them, and also we want the We Are Wrestling Maniacs throughout this entire thing to interact. Let us know if you see a talent on their screen that you feel like, should go somewhere else, speak up. We will, acknowledge it. And this is just a really cool interaction experiment. This is the 45th episode of the We Are Wrestling Talk Show. This week, the wrestling news has literally been dog shit. So we decided, why not do a superstar scramble, just going through both AEW and WWE rosters and just, really seeing what they could do. Who's the bottom bitch now?
8 viewers, what's up? Yeah, let's do it. Let's pull up the roster.
Gunther is not losing until WrestleMania.
Nope, he's gonna lose that title past Mania.
He's gonna lose. Mm-hmm. He's gonna lose to Sheamus.
Likely.
All right, here we go. Let me pull it up here. So the first roster that we are gonna pull up is WWE. If you guys want to do that, or AEW first, up to you.
WWE.
All right,
we'll do WWE jumping ship to AEW.
All right, so guys, you can tell right here we're on WWE.com. So these are, the current superstars right there. And we're going to go through them and determine what they should do if we see anybody. So if you see anybody, let me know, guys.
Gotcha. Nobody on the top. Nope. Yep. Nobody in the middle.
Akira Tozawa.
Alexa Bliss. She can go over to AEW and thrive in their women's division.
All right. So Alexa Bliss is the first one.
Yep. Fuck Akira Tozawa. He got pinned by Rhea Ripley, mommy style. All right. We don't
exactly, which is why he should get out of the company.
I think he was planning on leaving soon, anyways. Alexa Bliss, yeah, she with her character work and everything, I feel like WWE is kind of restraining and harnessing that a little too much, and I feel like she could really express what she wants to do in another company that really needs the star power in the women's division. So I'm gonna honestly say she could definitely thrive there and expand the universe per se.
Alexa Bliss versus Britt Baker. Alexa Bliss versus Jamie Hayter.
Yes.
Alexa Bliss versus Tony Storm. Alexa Bliss versus fucking Saraya. I'd take
Chris Statlander too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, I think, scenarios over there because I think that is what, the problem is in WWE. There's so much stars in the women's division. They have so many top, women in the division. And I think Alexa Bliss is somebody that's getting lost in the shuffle. I think due to bad booking, just personally. But I think AEW, she would be perfect fit over there.
All right,
and they need the star power. Alrighty.
So we got Alexa Bliss.
Andre Chase, that guy is freaking underrated, man.
Honestly, I'm gonna say Angel Garza. If fucking Angel Garza,
okay.
Yeah, Garza. See, I feel like is super fucking talented. I think he's a dude that's really underlooked. Like I feel
he
like
could be a Rouge,
bro. He could literally fucking if you were to like make a documentary about Eddie Guerrero and if you casted this dude, I would be convinced. 100%. Like I think I'm not saying that he operates on the same level, but I do see a lot of similarities in a lot of his mannerisms and a lot of the way he carries himself. Like it's very, very brash Eddie Guerrero, where he was babyface kind of, but was still doing his, he was still on his bullshit. So I see a lot of Eddie Guerrero kind of in Angel Garza the same way that Vince did, I guess, but not in terms of mechanics and how he operates.
So my question is, whatever happened to him and Humberto
Carrillo?
Yeah.
They're on Raw, but they're not being used.
Yeah, they're in
It says here that he's on SmackDown.
Well, they just got secretly drafted to Monday Night Raw. So did Maximum Male Models. And
I do like that move.
Maximum Male Models is going to be taking Otis away from Chad Gable and splitting Alpha Academy.
No, that can't happen.
They've already been hinting at it, bro.
Why?
The last several segments on Backstage have involved Otis and Maximum Male Models.
Honestly, like with Angel Garza, I enjoyed his tag run with Andrade. So, like, if
that's what I'm saying. So I would want him to go to AEW and hit up the
honestly, here's what I would want to happen. AEW lets go of Andrade and they bring Andrade back to WWE because he is bound to go back. His wife's there. And they just pair the two back together because don't fix something that's not broken.
Yep.
All right. And let me go back to...
Andrade's a brave man marrying that. I don't know who's crazier, Charlotte or Rick.
I love the little shade you
Apollo Crews, I could see him in AEW.
I could too.
Oh, Apollo, honestly, for me, I like the position that he's in right now with NXT. Like, he does bring, some star power over there.
Commander Aziz.
Commander Aziz beat the hell out of him at Vengeance.
Oh, yeah, Commander Aziz, man, he needs to go back to the friggin' independent circuit wrestling.
Commander Aziz.
But nah, Apollo, man, I gotta say, like, I like where he's at, I think. But he would do really good in AEW, but I think he would, like, fall as, like, a mid-carder. Asuka?
I could see Asuka doing crazy shit in AEW, but she is a very big WWE star, so I don't know if we'd be able to handle that kind of quake of Asuka's arrival in AEW because that would be fucking monumental. She's like she would be stuff of legends at that point.
The reason why I would say definitely yes is because of all the work that AEW does with New Japan. It would allow her to, because obviously she's from Japan or whatever, so it would allow her to sort of, embrace more of that culture, because she's been over in the States for God knows how long.
I do gotta say, that is one thing AEW definitely has on WWE when it comes to the culture. I think that they, like, do a lot better. Guys from, like, guys and girls from, like, Japan, Mexico, they're able to represent their countries, I think, more, and they're more appreciated for that, I think.
Yeah.
That and, like, AEW allows you to do indies and allows you to like wrestle in all these different promotions or whatever. So in reality, WWE, when you wrestle for them, you're like in this bubble. You're like trapped. You know, if it's not WWE, you know, a lot of people in WWE, they don't know outside of that system. I feel like being in AEW will make you a better pro wrestler.
Yes.
Because it allows you to expand.
But I think Asuka already went through that.
If
through
that
those
is, if
stages
you even get
before
fucking TV
going
time,
to
there, that
WWE.
is.
I think she's gonna end her career in WWE. I think
that's
Oh
the
yeah,
issue with
absolutely.
that's the issue with AEW. Like, and that's really one of the only issues is they have more talent than they have TV time. They need to, you know, they need to work.
Somebody that needs a new gimmick right here. He needs to go back to the Lone Wolf, man.
He's too chubby to go back to the Lone Wolf right now.
JBL dumped him on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
JBL's not going to be on TV anymore.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Baron Corbin could definitely, you know, go away for a little while, shred back up, and go back to the Lone Wolf. Then we're talking. Then we're back.
Look at Drew McIntyre. He got released, took shit serious, did some Impact stuff, came back like a fucking beast, won the WWE title.
A dude is literally the Scottish fucking Minotaur, bro.
I love how they have the Fiend photo for Bray on the roster page. That is funny.
Let's see.
So far, I'm not really like seeing anybody yet. AEW.
Carmelo Hayes.
I knew you were gonna say that the moment you fucking saw him because you literally have that dude's dick in your mouth.
Dude, I'm sorry, but Carmelo Hayes, man, he's the future of WWE. I don't want him going anywhere. I think he's in a perfect position right now.
Well, no, but
yeah, I'm gonna go with Don on that one.
I'm not.
He does not need a change, man.
Nope.
I'm telling you this right now.
How you guys doing?
Like, honestly, like, this is like what I've been saying for the longest time about Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker. They're going to be the faces of WWE within the next 10 years, man. I'm telling you.
You said that, and then we lost 3 viewers. Should I trust your opinion?
I think you should.
I guess the odds are better than that, I guess.
They'll come back. All right, so
I can see Carmella being in AEW. Carmelo, she's not good in the ring. She's a good entertainer, but she is not good in the ring.
Like,
I don't think.
Could they have? Could they have
just
like done more of a better job, like outlining her obvious what looks like a? Never mind. Not gonna say it.
Here's the thing with Carmella. I feel like, yes, she's not the best in the ring. Like
going to AEW would make her better because she'd be able to, you know, have more experience. She'd be able to do other things outside of that system.
Yeah,
call me crazy.
Mid in the ring. Her and Sasha Banks both have that fucking in common.
Nah, Sasha can work in the ring. Come on, you can't take away that, Ben. Come on, I know you don't like Sasha,
bro. Notice how I've stood tall on my opinion this long. You ain't changing it, bro.
I know I'm not changing it. Trust me. But with Carmella, I don't think she like really needs to be all great in the ring because I think her storytelling and like her character work, I think really helps her, you know.
Sure, but like she's plateaued. Like there's nothing more that Carmella could do, man. Like,
bro, I agree.
This is what you see is what you get with Carmella, unfortunately. Like
honestly, they gotta pair her up with somebody, I think, and like form a tag team. I think she'd be really good in a tag team.
Didn't they already try that with fucking her and Zelina Vega?
And it was going great until Sonya Deville got involved and slapped the shit out of him, and all of a sudden they were just broken up as a tag team. Slapped him so hard they broke up.
That was Vince McMahon's booking. All right, let's see here.
Look at that. Loose ends everywhere. Cody Rhodes could go to AEW. I'm just kidding.
We've already seen that.
Let's see.
Charlie Dempsey. Part of the Blackpool Combat Club. William Regal's son.
No. That's his son?
Yeah.
Bro.
That's William Regal's son.
Why does he look like an albino ape?
Dude, he looks like a young Pete Dunne.
Bro, I'm telling you,
he looks like
man.
Pete Dunne's older brother, fucking like Bobby Dunn or some shit.
Bro, he can fucking work, though.
God.
He'll hammer
Dude, Blackpool Combat Club would be perfect for him.
Look at who his fucking father is. I'm not surprised, but dude, holy shit. My God. Like, first of all,
looks just like William Regal, younger William Regal.
Wax your chest, my guy. Oh my goodness. You look like, dude, bro, that literally looks like a picture you could have taken in the 70s and nothing would change.
Charlie bit my finger.
Oh, Charlie.
Commander Aziz can go to AEW and team up with Satnam Singh.
No, we need both of them to be competing on the independent circuit, buddy.
You gotta do a little bit better than that, man.
MLW.
Karrion Kross, honestly, I feel like he'd probably do better there than he's doing in WWE right now because of Triple H's poor booking decisions for him.
He was in the Fatal 4-Way match. He's been.
Dude, I want to know. Okay, here's somebody. I want to know how you guys feel about Damian Priest, man, because he had a lot of momentum when he first got to the main roster, and I feel like Judgment Day is kind of taken a little bit out of him.
I can't see
a lot out of him.
I can't see him in anything other than Judgment Day. That's how much they've taken out of him.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what's wrong. Like, I give him a repackage, first of all. Like, make him cut his fucking hair, 1. 2, give him a little bit more of a repackage. Make him go back to to his original gimmick. Let him go back to being Damian Priest, bro. Like, let him go back to being Damian Priest and get.
When he shot the arrow, man, that was
that,
cool.
and bro, like, put him in a fucking title picture, man. Like, put him back in a title picture. Like, put him in a world title picture eventually, man. Split him away from fucking Judgment Day because he is built as a top star. Built. He has literally all of it. I mean, yeah, he can work on his mic skills a little bit more, but that's literally my only complaint. I love Damian Priest, man. Do not get it twisted. He could do better. Like, he deserves better.
He's like a fucking metal Jesus, bro.
That's what he is, metal Jesus of the squared circle.
You see, like, at first, like, when he was a part of Judgment Day, I was excited, but, like, the more Judgment Day, was going on, I feel like the more Damian Priest, like, just now became
here's the thing. I don't know how you would even break up Judgment Day at this point. Like, I'm still at a point where it's like, I don't know how they would turn on each other or how you'd break them up yet. Like, I don't know how. Like, it just, like,
it's going to be Edge. It's going to be Edge. Edge is going to infiltrate them.
So you think that there's a split coming soon?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know if it'll be soon, but I definitely think Edge is the one that formed the group.
He is in the Elimination Chamber match.
He is, and I like that. I like that, but, like, we're talking, like, you watched the way that Damian Priest was booked when he first got called up to the main roster to now.
Versus now, it's rough. Like, he's had a pretty great career. I mean, like, he's been U.S. champion already, like, that, which is great. He's been NXT, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
NXT North American champion.
There you go. Like, he's already had titles under him. Like, he can move. He's a fucking agile dude for a bigger dude. The dude's 6'5", 6'6", or something like that. Like, the dude's fucking killer, SummerSlam's going to be in Detroit. Yep. We covered that earlier on in the episode, but thanks for the reminder, man.
Yes,
and also, I told you that Money in the Bank and SmackDown are going to be at the O2 Arena in London, in the UK. It's going to be pretty awesome.
Sick. That's gonna be super sick, man. I always like when they go over and do something in another country. Man. It's usually pretty big.
This one, I think, this one,
D-Jack?
I feel like Dijak could do good in AEW, man.
Did he ever have a hair transplant or something? Because he really does look like his hairline is fake.
He's from Worcester. He worked like at Blitzkrieg. He worked like a lot of like the independents around here.
He did.
Oh, he's from
the
Worcester?
area. Yeah, he's from the area.
Yeah, he was Donovan Dijakovic, T-Bar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like his stuff in NXT right now.
Apparently,
so I'm not the only person.
Apparently, his finger
didn't right now.
Apparently, his finger didn't get broken. It was just like it was misplaced. Have you seen what his finger looked like after Vengeance Day, bro?
Yeah, when he's flipping off the camera and it was sideways as fuck. Yeah.
Apparently, his finger wasn't broken. I don't know how, but that's what I'm hearing.
I feel like Dijak would like strive outside of WWE, but like I really do like what they're doing with him in NXT. I love the presentation. I know a lot of people.
He reminds me of Terminator.
You know what he reminds me of right now with the presentation?
That's a good way to put it, man. What?
Big Boss Man.
Kind of, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I'm getting some remnants of that. Yeah,
like
I could
the
definitely
music, like the look.
I love
very Hawaii 5-0.
The graphic that is on the Titantron when he's coming out, it's like it looks like a dark alley with mist and fucking like a chain link fence or whatever. Bro, if they like designed that and made that like a legitimate staging area for like a pay-per-view or something, that'd be awesome.
That would be.
Yeah.
But Dijak, I think, is really talented, and I want to see him do big things.
If he goes to AEW, we still may not be able to see him do.
You should just scroll.
You
should just scroll all the way down because those were like more or less like the lesser known talent. Electra Lopez, I don't know who the fuck she is. Elias, what would you guys do with Elias?
Okay, that's a good topic because, of course, we saw Elias. He had this gimmick, wasn't doing anything. Then he went to, he changed the gimmick up to Ezekiel, his, brother, and now is back to Elias. So I think that this is a really good discussion here.
I feel like they're going to team him up. Now, this is like, realistic book, and this isn't like, where I would like to see him go. I feel like they're going to team him up with Rick Boogs, bro.
Yep.
He's a fucking, there'll be like a one-man band type of thing going on, man. All they need is Heath Slater.
We need to bring a legend in this business back for some good old rock and roll. Ladies and gentlemen, Heath Slater.
Hey, they could.
Oh
damn.
My God.
Honestly, I feel like
hates him so much.
but like, I'm gonna be honest here, Daddy. Like, I agree with you. Like, as soon as I saw Rick Boogs go to Raw, immediately I wanted Elias and Boogs to be together.
Bro,
I think
Rick Boogs
they both can benefit.
Fucking
dude. They both can benefit from each other, I think, and really get over as a tag team. And I think when the draft and the split happens, the brand split, they definitely could be like a future Raw or SmackDown tag champ, I think.
Bro, Rick Boogs is so fucking like charismatic, bro.
Oh, yeah.
He was saying like, I'm so glad to be back in the WWE universe around the Boogs crew. And then he found out that he's getting a rematch with The Miz on Monday, and he was like taking this arm workout thing, and he was like, I'm Boogsing out.
I fucking love Rick Boogs, man. I've always been a fucking supporter of Rick Boogs.
But I think why it would work out so well because you can have like Elias in the ring with like the lights out doing his little like guitar
That
thing.
would be an amazing fucking like face heel tag team.
Exactly. Like he goes, who wants to walk with Elias? And then you have Rick Boogs come in with the electric guitar interrupting him.
Dude, seriously, because it's like a Step Brothers scenario. It's like the angel and devil on your shoulder scenario.
Yes, let's go.
It's like an angel and devil. Like it's like the good side and bad side of things. It's like you got a guy who just wants him to be happy as fuck, and then you got this other guy's like, dude, chill the fuck out.
Honestly, that's why I'm thinking like Elias and Boogs would be such a perfect tag team. That's why I can't have Elias go anywhere, man. Him and Boogs need to be a tag team. We need it. The universe needs it.
And all this time you were making fun of Rick Boogs, man, calling him Rick Booger. Bro, that dude is charismatic as fuck.
Dude, he proved me wrong when he went to the Raw brand. I think because he was with Shinsuke, that's why I didn't really enjoy him as much. I like him right now a lot. Okay, let's see. So we went to Elias. All right, here we go. Just going to keep scrolling. If you see somebody, just let me know.
Jinder Mahal.
Hey, let's go. One of my favorite WWE champions that a lot of people freaking give me heat for.
The modern day Maharaja.
The modern day Maharaja. Jinder Mahal.
This dude, he's got the look, he's got the build. He doesn't really necessarily have the charisma. He's not exactly what you would consider like a WWE superstar. I feel like if he went to like AEW or went to the Indies or whatever, repackaged himself, learned more about himself and the kind of character that he wants to be, there's no reason why he couldn't be a success in WWE. It's just him occasionally being on the road and doing house shows and live events and non-televised stuff. It's not really helping him out any.
Well, he is on NXT now. He's with Veer Mahan and this other guy now.
Yeah, he's not doing nothing, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that's
he's
true.
literally like this dude was This dude was not even future. This dude was a WWE champion. Put that in your mind, bro. And now he's stuck in NXT fucking with Veer Mahan and whatever the fuck the other guy's name is.
Honestly, a change of scenery should happen.
Remember when Veer Mahan, everybody was like, "Oh my god, Veer Mahan's coming. He's gonna be such a big deal." The dude was on TV for 2 months and went to NXT.
That was you, Danny. You fucking
wasn't.
You were in love with the hype when
Everybody was fun. It was fucking funny making fun of it because we kept talking about how he missed his flight and everything.
Oh, dude, I was making fun of it when I was at Raw in July. But I feel like with Mahal, man, like he won the WWE champion. Like he did what he, he did more than what he thought he was gonna do in his second run. I think he should go to like Impact. I think.
Well, if he worked in AEW, he'd be able to do both. He'd be able to do New Japan, Indies, Impact, whatever he wanted to do, because Tony has a working relationship with all of them. So
yeah, but I don't think I can't see him in AEW. Like I think Impact would be a really good spot for him. I think he could be a main event guy over there. And they have an underrated roster, and they need some star power. And a heel like Mahal, I think would be great.
They get 24 viewers fucking every Thursday night, bro.
Nah, they get 100,000. Just knowing they would have more if they fucking weren't on Access where nobody has access to it.
I don't know, man.
Ben, how do you feel about Jinder Mahal? Don't care?
Never really have.
Get him off my fucking TV, man.
Yeah, never really have.
You're going fast, bro. Chill the fuck
I'm going down. I'm going down, bro. Back to Jay.
All
right, we were at Mahal. Now
John Cena. Imagine John Cena coming out. You can't see me.
He's never going to AEW. He's staying where he is, Hollywood. Anybody you see? Karrion Kross? No.
I always saw Kevin Owens possibly going over to AEW because he had a lot of ties and a lot of friends over there.
See, I don't know though. I don't know how I feel about Karrion Kross going to AEW, staying in WWE. I feel like he has been tragically cursed by booking.
Yes, I agree with you on that one. I do. And Owens, I think, yes, he would be a really good asset to AEW, but I think he's fine where he is.
Mm-hmm.
I think he can thrive on both companies, to be honest with you. If he ever left.
If he ever wanted to, yeah, definitely I would support it.
Mr. Beast wants us to save money.
Yep.
Gotta scroll down. All right, here we go. Anybody you see, let me know.
I don't know what.
Oh, I got one,
bro. Yeah,
this man needs to go to AEW. That's all I gotta say.
I don't even know, man. I just,
bro,
he's AEW. He's gonna be lost among the fucking shuffle like he is now.
He's feuding or was feuding with Austin Theory.
I thought he's been doing stuff with Dolph Ziggler now.
Dolph Ziggler and Austin Theory. Every time Austin Theory's in the ring, Mustafa Ali tries to beat him.
I feel like I haven't seen Mustafa Ali in a long time. That might just be me. I don't know.
Oh, that guy right here, Noam Dar.
I don't know. I have no idea who the fuck that is.
I know. I'm not even gonna click his picture, but I think he would be really good in AEW.
Bro, what about Odyssey Jones and Powerhouse Hobbs, man, as a tag team?
Ooh, that would be a good tag team. But I feel like they're going to build Odyssey Jones, man, as the next, they're going to try to make him the Walmart.
I want to see Odyssey Jones and Otis go at it, bro. Two fucking tanks. Talk about the ring imploding.
This guy right here, he needs to go back to fucking the Performance Center.
Almost.
Stay away from our screen.
Bro, he's not even good to get into the Performance Center.
I don't know, man. He's graced our TV many times, so they must see something in him.
There's Rick Boogs! That dude
he's great.
That dude is jacked like a motherfucker.
For no fucking reason. He looks like today's Ravishing Rick Rude.
Bro, Rick Boogs is fucking great.
Dude, there's somebody we haven't seen in a while, man. Roderick Strong.
Yeah,
I
he
think
asked
that
for
he
his,
would. He should
asked
go to
for
AEW.
He asked for his release, and then WWE was like, "No, we have plans for you." And then they took him off TV, and he hasn't been seen in fucking months.
Actually, I would want to see him in Ring of Honor.
His wife Marina Shafir is in AEW. So
I think they're rebranding Ring of Honor. Have Roderick Strong as one of their top guys.
Bro, nobody knows what's happening. The WWE won't release him. Apparently, they have creative plans for him, and then they took him off TV. They were like, "Fuck you! You're not going with your wife and your friends. You're gonna be stuck here in the fucking death chamber."
I wish they would freaking just let him go.
Yeah, right. It's WWE, bro. It hasn't changed that much since Triple H took over. Apparently, that article was false, by the way. They're allowing a one-off at Booker T's wrestling promotions. They're not allowing them to do indies.
Reggie Scripps.
See, look at what a bad marriage does to you, bro. He got married and then he turned into a fucking knockoff superhero. Remember Blank Man, the fucking
his entrance is cool. Have you ever seen his entrance on NXT?
He's not on TV, bro.
Well, when he is on NXT, his entrance is pretty cool.
He's on TV like
Shane McMahon, how is he still on the roster page? Shanky.
Sooner or later,
Andy's favorite wrestler.
Yeah, right. You know, I could honestly see Shane. I've always been like pictured Shane McMahon like jumping ship after like him getting fired by his dad and jumping ship to Tony Khan, and him kind of like doing that whole like WCW angle where it was like,
I now own All Elite Wrestling.
The older and older Shane McMahon gets, he's starting to look more and more like Vince every day.
Bro, at least he doesn't get plastic surgery like Natalia.
I don't know. Maybe it might revitalize his career a little bit. Who knows?
Bro, I didn't realize how deep WWE's roster is.
Well, it's like all of like I think it's like all of them.
It's everybody.
Like NXT, 205, all that crap.
I want Sonya Deville out the fucking
205
company,
is still a thing.
No. Oh shit. Let's see. The one guy that's on AEW and WWE.
Vacant.
Vacant. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's all of them.
Yep. I'm not really seeing anybody else now on there.
No.
Really. Yeah.
All right, let's go to AEW then.
Yep. Let me hop it up real quick.
That was interesting.
That was, but overall, like, how do you guys feel about, like, I feel like there's gonna be more people in AEW that we think need to go to WWE just because of how big their rosters are. Alrighty, here we go, guys. Now we are on AEW's. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger because it looks like their pictures are a little smaller. Okay. We're not going to go through champions. We'll just go up here. We'll start off. Okay. Hey, Ben, you want to know something interesting about this first guy right here? Aaron Solo. He used to date Bailey.
Oh, nice. Adam Page. He would definitely fit in WWE way better than he fits in AEW.
All right. Adam Page. And I can't really click the picture, so it's going to be like this here. So with Adam Page, honestly... Damn, that's a tough one. I think Adam Page, very talented. I think after winning the AEW title, he lost so much momentum.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he is more of a WWE guy because it's all the storytelling. That's like what WWE is, the storytelling. AEW is the pro wrestling. Yes, Adam Page is great in the ring. He's a great pro wrestler. But the storytelling is what really puts him over. And that finisher, man, on WWE, man, the buckshot lariat, it would matter more, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I would like to see that.
Absolutely.
All right. Andrade, if he's going back to WWE anyways.
Yeah, that's something we already know.
Angelico, I wish they would use him more. Dude, I'll tell you right now, that's one guy right there. Angelo Parker.
Yeah.
I think him and Matt Menard, I think would do better in WWE. Like
no,
they're not doing nothing.
Bro, Daddy Magic, every time he fucking gets excited, you want to know what makes my dick hard? Like, you can't say that.
No, it's nipples. Nipples hard, not dick hard.
Still can't say that in WWE.
Yeah, true. Anthony Ogogo, he needs to go back to fucking boxing.
I could see the Acclaimed. I would like to see the Acclaimed versus the Usos, bro.
That'd be interesting.
Let's see. I think the Guns, they would do pretty good in WWE, but I think they're in a good position right now.
Of course,
Billy
they
Gunn,
just won the tag
that
title.
dude's in his 60s and he's still fucking looking like he's fucking shredded.
This dude drinks steroids in his coffee.
Dude, I wish they would use Blade and Butcher and Blade more. I'm probably gonna be saying that with a lot of people on this fucking list.
I enjoy Butcher a lot because I was a pretty big fan of
Look at the
Every Time
two
I Die.
fucking generational superstars we got in front of us, Brian Pillman Jr. and Brock Anderson. And they both
Dude,
look
they're
like their
actually
dads.
pretty good in the ring, man.
And it's crazy because they both look like their dads. Like Brock Anderson is gonna be bald within the next 10 years. He's gonna look just like fucking Arn. And then you got Brian Pillman, who's basically like continuing his dad's legacy. So I mean, it's basically like copy and paste.
Here's somebody
So
that
if
we
you
can
missed it
talk
in the
about.
day, you get to see it again.
Here's somebody that we can talk about because it might legitimately happen. We don't know yet. Apparently, he did send feelers out to see what WWE think of him. Brian Cage. His contract is expiring very, very soon.
Yeah, we talked about this on the talk show a few weeks ago, I thought, with Brian Cage.
I could definitely
That'd
see
be
him.
NXT.
I mean, I could see him in NXT, but I could
see him in the main roster.
He
I see him
was
going to Raw.
like, if Vince McMahon was still in charge, he like just the look of the guy would give him the biggest fucking erection on the planet.
He makes my dick hard.
You know how
That's
much
shit.
Vince McMahon loves bodybuilders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Keep
100%.
him.
Yeah. 100%,
Nah, Brian
yeah.
Cage, man, I think
I
because
think
I think he
he'd be
needs
great.
more work, like when it comes to like the little things, like with television wrestling, like the hard cam. Like he's very green on camera.
Notice how
And I think NXT would be a perfect spot for him for at least a year, and then have him on the main roster.
notice how TK has been
Understandable.
giving him an awful lot of attention on AEW Dynamite, hoping that he'll probably re-sign with the company or whatever.
I hope he doesn't.
He's been getting showcased a lot on TV like the last several weeks. TK is like, yeah, I don't want him going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then once he resigns, he'll go back to fucking Ring of Honor wrestling twice a month.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy Matthews.
I could see Buddy Matthews, Bryan Danielson, and Brody King going to WWE at some point.
I can't see Brody King in WWE, man. He's
Why?
way too violent, man. No way.
Yeah,
I
can't see him in
think
WWE.
what's gonna happen, man, we're gonna see Malachi and Buddy Matthews go back to WWE at some point, and I think Brody King is gonna get a big push, and they're gonna build him like Abyss in TNA. I could see it.
I could see Brody King in WWE. He can change up styles, man. You can't see Brody. You can't see fucking Brody King in WWE. But you can see fucking MJF who just talked about fucking possibly killing a girl on live TV, going to WWE.
Brody King's a pro wrestler. MJF is a storyteller.
Doesn't fucking matter, bro.
What do you mean it doesn't fucking matter? WWE be telling friggin' stories all the time, man. MJF would fit perfect in WWE.
So would Brody King, man. Mark my fucking words.
Brody King's a great professional wrestler. But I don't know if he could be a great sports entertainer.
Bro, he has a wife. He has children. He fucking does tea parties with his kid. Trust me, he can make it work, man.
Right. Let's see.
Wasn't Christopher Daniels in WWE and that lasted a couple of months and he left? Or am I saying
in the internal roster?
Yeah. Too bad WWE doesn't know how to use Christian Cage, man.
He's out with an injury. That's why he's not on TV.
Yeah, I know, but like in WWE, they always like misuse them.
That's
ECW run.
Luchasaurus is out with the same injury.
Mm-hmm. Jericho, I can see him ending his career in WWE.
Same.
Definitely.
He's salty about them taking away his free WWE Network account.
Well, I mean, isn't WWE Network not even a thing anymore?
Well, no, but when like all the wrestlers, they get like free access to the network. So like if you're working with WWE, you get free access to like their version, like the Peacock and all their content. And when Chris Jericho went to AEW, they fucking locked his account and they took his password. he was talking about it on a podcast.
That's funny.
But obviously that wouldn't stop him from coming back on the right terms.
Dude, there's somebody right there we could talk about. Friggin' CM Punk's best friend, Cole Cabana, man. He could be a part of Up, Up, Down, Down with Xavier Woods.
Fucking God. Keep scrolling.
Yeah.
All right. Dude, Danhausen, man. If they had the 24/7 title, he would be perfect.
I could see Darius Martin and Darby Allin in WWE.
I could too. I could see Darby Allin at least.
I don't know if Darby Allin would.
will,
I don't know if
WWE
WWE would allow Darby Allin to jump cars over his house and fucking potentially die. But
I don't know, but Darby Allin's kind of badass, so it'd be great.
I don't
know, man. I feel like he's gonna be AEW.
I could see Thousand in WWE too.
Bro, he's only 24, man.
I could see who? Darby Allin?
Dude, Darby already said in an interview, bro, that he's not interested in doing what WWE has.
That's
he wants
now,
to do pro
bro.
Wrestling.
That's now, bro. Wait until fucking trust me. Everybody that's
he'll be in WWE
wrestler,
by his 30s.
They
That's
want
30s. He'll be there.
Past his 30s, he will be.
Even if it's to be in WrestleMania one time, and then he fucking leaves and never goes back. Everybody that's a pro wrestler, bro, dreams about that big stage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even fucking give me that shit.
Them all.
Darius Martin
is amazing.
Dante
Darius
Martin,
bro.
Top Flight.
Bro, they would do wonders for the fucking, especially in NXT where a lot of the cruiserweights are. They'd do phenomenal work.
Yeah. Dustin Rhodes, he's retiring. Let's see.
Eddie Kingston,
if he got unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut out for the rest of this one. My kid's awake, so I'm gonna have to go and take care of her. So,
alrighty, buddy. Much love.
Night. Absolutely, you guys have a good rest of the night. See you guys in the next one. We are Wrestling Maniacs. Take care and keep it real. Subscribe to all our shit down below. Peace.
And he's still here, but now there's two.
Now there's two, man.
All right, so you're talking about Eddie Kingston, right?
I could see Eddie Kingston going in WWE. The dude needs to get in the gym. Like I hate saying that I'm a huge Kingston fan, but the dude need like not even like to be like a bodybuilder, but like if you like work on like getting a 6-pack and just like actually looking like a pro wrestler. Like he can talk, he's good at promos, he's good at storytelling, just like MJF is. I just feel like if he took a little bit more time in the gym, you know what I mean, it would do wonders for his career.
I think with Eddie Kingston, man, like that's why people love him, because he's like one of us. Like he's real. And I think right now it's bad booking. I think with the way that he's been tweeting, I do think that he is going to be having the next big rivalry with MJF after he's done with Bryan Danielson.
Did you see that list that MJF posted?
I did not. No,
you did not.
Was it on? What was it on Twitter?
It was, I think so, and it was like one of them was named Edward, one of them was named the Dragon Dipshit, one of them was it pretty much went down a list of everybody. It seemed like everybody that he's going to be feuding with through the duration of his title reign. So
yeah, I don't know, man. With Eddie Kingston, I think like he is like I feel like he's like the Tommy Dreamer of AEW, man.
Yeah, but like
I can't see him in WWE.
The dude is good. Like I'm a huge Kingston mark, man. I love Eddie Kingston. I have since I first saw him. It's just weird, like because like when you see him in like backstage promos and stuff, like he's wearing baggy clothes and stuff like that. Obviously he's from New York, but like, and then you see like you see him in that in what he's wearing in there, and you see like it's like tight fitting and it's tucked in his pants, and you just see his stomach hanging out. I mean, it's just if he took a little bit more time in the gym, he would be the fucking total package, in my opinion.
Yeah,
and like
no,
that,
I agree.
I mean, I'm fat too, bro. Like trust me,
too.
I fucking know. I'm not fat shaming in any way, but yeah, I just feel like,
he's in better shape than both of us.
Probably, but I'm just saying, like, if he took a little bit more time to work on, evening out a little bit, it would do wonders for his career.
I agree, but then somebody I want to talk about next to him, Ethan Page, man.
Remember when you pissed him off at the Blitzkrieg show talking about Sammy Guevara?
You know what's funny?
Fuck Sammy Guevara! He's irrelevant.
You know something that's really funny about that? I was watching your reaction on, I think it was a couple weeks ago when Ethan Page and Matt Hardy showed up on AEW Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I did see your thing and you were talking about that, so that's kind of funny. But I think Ethan Page, man, he could definitely be a world champion in WWE. Like, the man has charisma.
I could see him going to NXT and, feuding with somebody like Grayson Waller, and then, gradually progressing to the main roster. I wouldn't throw him up on the main roster this quick.
You can't right away.
Because even though they don't travel as much as they used to, their schedule is a lot different than even NXT is. You know what I mean? So he's going from AEW, which is a nationally syndicated program, but usually only wrestling like on Wednesdays, and then maybe doing indie bookings on the weekends or whatever, being able to do whatever he wants. But him leaving for 3-4 days a week, pro wrestling almost every single night, and it'll take him some time to get used to that schedule. So,
and that's the thing, man, about Ethan Page that I do gotta say, all ego. I think that the man is very talented, and I think AEW is a great spot for him. I wish that they would do more with him because I think he could be a main event guy. I could definitely see him as a future world champion.
Yeah.
And we've already heard, like, when he was a free agent, when he left Impact, WWE was interested in acquiring Ethan Page, but he went to AEW because at the time, it was better for his career to go there. I could definitely see him going to WWE down the line.
Then I think at the time his wife was pregnant or something, wasn't she? She was like having kids or something like that.
But he's also got a lot of projects and like ventures outside of,
He's another Matt Cardona. He's another Matt Cardona.
Exactly. And he's like striving what he's doing now.
What about Evil Uno? I can't picture Evil Uno outside of AEW. Neither
AEW or Impact.
Fuego del Sol, I can't like. They're like there's just certain guys you can tell like, oh, he's AEW, Griff Garrison is Griff Garrison is he even in the company anymore?
Griff Garrison's injured, and right now Brian Pillman Jr. is in a tag team with Brock Anderson on Dark with Arn Anderson, which I actually kind of like what they're doing there. That's like the only thing I tune into, really. And Angelico on Dark.
Hook.
That's who I knew you were going to talk about.
Now, here's what I'm going to say about Hook, and you'll probably agree with me. WWE likes to market everything when it comes to their performers. Yeah. Hook isn't really necessarily like a marketing tool. Like, how exactly are you going to, monetize that name or whatever and, try and, legally own it. And like with his dad being very prominent in AEW, I can't see him being in WWE, at least not yet. Like he's barely showcased on AEW. Like he's doing something with Stokely Hathaway now, and
man, his style fits AEW a lot better than WWE. I think if he went to WWE, personally, I think he gets like lost in the shuffle. I think like he, is a great talent, and his style I think works in AEW, but I think in WWE it wouldn't work. So he would have to adjust something or get better.
Yeah.
So I don't really see that. Honestly, man, I'll say this about the person next to him, Isaiah Cassidy. Him and Mark Quinn, man, they need to get fucking pushed. They need to be booked like they were when they
Isaiah
started.
I don't know what
Mark Quinn's hurt, I believe.
Because Isaiah Cassidy is like in some kind of weird ass 3-way tag team with Matt Hardy and Ethan Page right now.
Yeah, very weird.
Stokely Hathaway.
Confusing.
Yeah, they were supposed to have a match. I think
Wasn't
it was
the Guns
tonight.
part of the firm? What happened to that?
I have no idea if they were technically apart or if they were just working alongside them until they got what they wanted. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I wish that Private Party would get used more in AEW.
Yeah,
Jungle Boy, Jack Perry. I could see him staying with AEW.
For right now.
NXT maybe down the line.
Maybe a couple years.
Jake Hager not doing anything. Jay Lethal. He's somebody that deserves so much better. I will say that.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy, we haven't even seen him at all. Jeff Jarrett, he made the transition already. John Silver, man, that's somebody I could see in WWE. NXT probably, because he's got charisma. Yeah. And like you could definitely do something comedy with him that would get over with the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Jon Moxley, I think he's, very happy where he is right now. I don't see him leaving.
No, especially his Renee just got hired on to AEW, so he's not. Yeah. He just signed a 5 or 6 year extension or something like that.
Yeah, plus he has a baby as well now, so he's definitely gonna want to keep that schedule, clean and open.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say.
Yeah, but AEW's also, man, they've treated Jon Moxley very, very good.
Yeah. Yeah,
especially when he was fighting his demons.
But just because he's him and Renee have a baby, I wouldn't say that's
no, that's not. No, of course.
Because Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, they have a big ass tour bus they travel with, so they pretty much live on the road as a family.
Yeah.
So I kind of respect that, bro. That kid's gonna have the craziest life. I've been to fucking every single state by the time I'm fucking starting school, bro.
That is cool, man. Josh Woods, I think he's talented, just not being used properly. He actually used to be in FCW.
Bro, seeing Josh Woods and Keith Lee next to each other, imagine them as a fucking tag team to take out the fucking the mogul affiliates.
That'd be cool. Man, Keith Lee, that's somebody I really want to see back in WWE, man.
Bro, the fucking powerbomb that he did to fucking Roman Reigns in the Survivor Series match back in 2018? Bro,
yeah, man, and then the stare down with Brock Lesnar in the 2020 Rumble.
Vince McMahon didn't want to push him. He didn't want a big athletic guy. He wanted a guy that wrestled like a big guy.
Dude, you want the next Mark Henry, you're looking right at him. Dude,
no offense, Keith Lee is a lot more talented, not more athletic than Mark Henry was. Mark Henry was slow and methodical. Keith Lee was bitch, I'm going to fucking belly flop on you.
Keith Lee is more athletic. Mark Henry's more stronger.
Yeah.
But I think Keith Lee, bro, when his contract's up in AEW, he's going right back to WWE and he's going to be a champion.
Probably because his wife is there. So
that's
I don't
guy.
I don't know what the status is of him now.
Ooh, Kenny Omega, man. A lot of people have been talking about him potentially going to WWE.
Yeah, and he recently said that he has no interest. So
honestly, man, with Omega, I think he needs to stay at AEW. He is the E in AEW.
Now if the Young Bucks end up wanting something a couple years from now, they want to end their career and try WWE and try different things or whatever, then maybe I can see Kenny Omega going there. But I don't see him going there without the Young Bucks.
Bucks or Hangman.
Yeah,
it's got to be the whole group. Ooh, Kip Sabian, man. I think him and Penelope, they scream everything WWE.
Wasn't Kip Sabian in WWE?
No.
Or am I thinking about somebody else?
You're thinking
I know he was in. I know he was a mainstay in Impact for years and TNA.
Nope.
Kip Sabian, yeah, he was.
No, he was never an Impact.
Yeah, he was, bro.
Maybe he did a couple matches for them, but he never.
I distinctly.
Here, I'll look it up. I'm gonna look it up real quick for you.
Unless it was somebody else using that fucking name.
Probably because I don't remember him in. Yep, he never was in Impact. He did stuff, throughout the UK.
So who the fuck am I thinking about that was in Impact with a similar name?
I don't know, but bro, I think Kip and Penelope, they would be perfect in WWE, I think. I wish they would use Kip and Penelope more. Let's see. I really do like this guy right here a lot. I'm still trying to learn how to say his name.
Konosuke.
Yeah. Well, MJF calls him take a shit.
Take a shitta.
Take a shitta. Kyle O'Reilly. I can't wait to see him back soon. Lance Archer, I want him and Luchasaurus to be a tag team. Definitely.
That'd be awesome. Luchasaurus is out with an injury right now.
Mm-hmm. Lee Johnson, Lee Moriarty.
Lee Johnson is engaged to Julia Hart.
Yep. Luther, that's like one of Chris Jericho's friends when he first started. He trained with them.
So what the fuck is he doing now?
Oh, he's they have this funny tag team, bro. It's him and Serpentico and Angelico, and you know what they call themselves? The Spanish Announce Project. Oh my god. Oh shit. Mark Henry, man. I feel sorry for him. Oh, in AEW. They need to use him more. Smart Mark. That guy I could see in WWE, man.
Bro, I just watched the last night while I was while I was doing some editing. I watched a brand new video on the Wrestling Figures podcast.
Wait, did they post the vlog for the cruise?
I don't know. It was like Disneyland. It was like 42 minutes long.
All right, I'm watching that tonight then.
They got the it's like 42 minutes long. They got like a VIP press pass for Disneyland or whatever, and they got it was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so then we have Mark Quinn, Private Party, Matt Hardy. We got
Matt Sydal. He was in WWE for a while. I think he was called Evan Bourne at the time.
I think his career is just winding down. I think we're not going to really see him do anything crazy. I think he's not being used in AEW, so I think he's going to transition from AEW to Ring of Honor, I think. And he'll do matches over there, probably for the Pure title, I could see.
Probably.
I can see eventually. I can see freaking Max Caster in WWE.
I could see Akira Tozawa and Nakazawa being a tag team.
Nakazawa! Dude, Miro, he's pissed that he ain't being booked right. He's pissed.
Apparently, CJ Perry's wife, Lana, went on an interview and was like, they all go back to WWE. And everybody was like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You know, it got Miro in hot water, and that's why Tony Khan doesn't want to book him, because he's afraid that he's gonna book Miro strong, and then Miro's gonna leave to WWE, and it's gonna give him that momentum and spike the ratings in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
So Lana pretty much, was a huge cause
Miro,
in this situation.
What they need to do for the rest of his contract, let him go to Ring of Honor, man, be the world champion over there, and really be like the staple.
I want to see him take out MJF for the title, bro. Could you imagine Miro as world champion? The dude has it all, bro.
I kind of hope it's Ricky Starks, man. I hope it all goes around eventually, and Ricky Starks is the one to get the title from MJF.
Miro hasn't even been on Twitch in fucking months, bro. You would think all this time he'd be on fucking Twitch or doing something.
Dude, I gotta say, with MJF, man, I prefer him staying in AEW over WWE. But I feel like when that time comes, MJF's going to transition over there.
I wouldn't mind, especially with Triple H running things. But I just with how raunchy he can get, we just saw on Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's gonna be a hard transition, man. Because the thing that makes MJF cool is the authenticity, and when he says something, when he calls somebody a rat bastard or calls somebody a douchebag, he fucking legitimately he means it, bro. Because whenever he sees, there's a YouTube short I just watched, and he was at an elevator and fans were fucking videotaping him, and everybody was saying, hi Max, how are you doing? He's like, anybody gets on this elevator with me, I'm gonna fucking kick your ass.
Someone tries to get on and then he closes the door.
Could you imagine him doing that at a WWE, before a WWE show? Could you imagine the fucking PR nightmare that Triple H would have? I can't, with how authentic he is and how raunchy he is, I just can't see it. Maybe things have changed. Mm-hmm. It's just, I mean, maybe in the Attitude Era I could have saw it, because we saw a bunch of shit. Nowadays, when they're aimed towards families and don't be a bully, be a star. That doesn't scream MJF. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I feel like with MJF, realistically, what's going to happen in 2024, MJF is going to be, both companies are going to offer him about the same amount of money. But I think it's going to really come down to freedom, and I think WWE is not going to allow MJF to give the fans the MJF experience, and I think that's what's going to make him re-sign with AEW.
Like we didn't talk about it tonight, but something just got brought to my attention and your attention as well. Like when he did that promo on Wednesday night about the car accident, like 300 people called the fucking cops. Could you imagine him doing something similar, like doing something crazy on a WWE show? And
unless they go
TB
14, I can't see that.
Like that's why I've been saying all along. I can't see it.
And Vince McMahon would have to sell WWE, and they would have to go from being a public, company to going back to where they were. That's the only way I could see the whole MJF thing. Definitely. Yeah. All right, let's see, man. Let's continue this because we got a lot of people. All right. I like how they still honor Brody Lee on the site, though. That's cool. Malachi, I can see him going back to WWE. This guy, Nick Camarado, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's good. He's worked for Northeast Wrestling, hasn't he?
I believe so, yeah. He's I like what he's been doing with the factory, like the whole Nicky Boy thing with
with Orange Cassidy. They need to drop the All Atlantic title and give it to Roosh.
New champ. I think Orange Cassidy should stay in AEW though. I think that he's one of their natural talent, and like I could see him transitioning in WWE with the gimmick because it would work. It would get over with the crowd, but I think AEW, they know how to use him properly, so they should keep him. Ortiz, I feel bad for him in Santana. Pac, I don't see him going back to WWE. Parker, he's a part of the mobile affiliates. That's okay. Paul White, he needs to go back to WWE and be.
What would he do? Well, he does. He probably does more in AEW than he does in WWE. What would he be doing?
All he does is commentary for AEW Dark Elevation.
That's more than he would be doing if he was in WWE.
Yeah, but like you could pair the Big Show up with somebody and do like some comedy segments or something, and then he can get somebody over.
I heard he wants to bring back that fucking Captain Insano from the fucking Waterboy movie.
I did see something like that. Pentagon, him and Ray, they're staying in AEW, man. Powerhouse Hobbs, that's somebody I could see in WWE.
Parker Boudreaux, man, I thought he was gonna be so big, and then I love that Mike. Man. I loved him and Joe Gacy, him like being that like Michael Myers, like slow, methodical, like serial killer kind of guy.
Dude, Harlan and Joe Gacy, I loved it so much more than what they're doing now. Let's see, Vance. That's somebody I could see going to NXT. He is a Cody guy. Peter Avalon, nah, he's just going to keep wrestling on
QT Marshall, definitely not.
Yeah, he's staying in AEW, but he's a very good underrated heel. I will say that. Ray Phoenix staying in AEW. Ricky Starks.
I could see him in WWE at some point.
At some point in his career, he'll be in WWE.
I could see Roosh being in WWE at some point.
I could see that.
Pretty much everybody on this list I can see going to WWE at some point before their career's ending.
Yeah, I agree. Satnam Singh should be in a gymnasium wrestling or go back to NBA.
Bro, what the fuck is up with his face and his ears, bro? He's like deformed.
Don't make fun of him. Come on. That's not nice.
That's not me big. Bro, he looks like one of those little fucking hobbits from Lord of the Rings.
All right, we're moving on to the next page. I wish they would do Sean Spears, man. I think he should go to Impact.
Bro, he went on that rant on Twitter and was like, somebody asked him why he's not being booked by AEW, and he's like, I don't know, fucking ask them.
Let's
Tony
see.
Nese, bro.
Swerve.
Tony Nese, man. Him and Buddy Matthews now, had the most underrated light heavyweight cruiserweight championship match I've ever seen in my life. It was a pre-show to WrestleMania, I think in 2017 or 2018. Fantastic. Look that shit up.
Here's the thing, man, with Tony Nese. When they first brought him to AEW, I liked how they did the whole premier athlete thing, like him being in the crowd and stuff.
The
I like
dude
what
is
they're
a
doing.
beast.
And I see what they're trying to do with him and Josh Woods and Mark Sterling. I see it, but I like the way they were using him before when he was by himself. Like, I think the All-Atlantic title would be a perfect title for Tony Nese.
The All-Atlantic title is mainly for people that are like different ethnic, like people in like England, like people that are not from the U.S. So
yeah, but then Orange Cassidy won it, so now
yeah, I pretty much fucking.
And the European title back then, like a lot of United States people had it too. Wow. And Tony Nese like could put on great matches with like Bandito and like other people like that. He fits that style of wrestling.
Like I said, man, I've been saying this for a long time. AEW has a bigger roster than they have TV time.
Yep.
They actually gave this guy a name, man. Trench.
Trench. We got Trench, aka Stitches. You ever see Stitches?
No, did you see him as a baseball player though?
I did. Holy shit. Hold on 1 second, man. I'm going to pop a picture up of this rapper named Stitches, just so you can see the reference I'm making.
Do you know who Tom McDonald is?
I do, yes.
People were saying that he looks like a knockoff Tom McDonald.
Oh, you're going to laugh at this, Danny. I promise you. You'll get a kick out of this one. Let's see here. In case you guys don't know who Stitches is, I'm going to show you real quick. I only know this because my cousin used to listen to his music. Don't ask me why. So Trenches. Here's his brother.
Oh my god. Dude looks like a fucking clown, bro.
Trenches. Oh boy.
Trenches.
Oh, I hate best friends, man. Trent Beretta and Chuck. I don't like the pair. Wardlow, I can see being a big guy in WWE.
I want a fucking figure with his mom in his minivan, bro. The minivan.
Dude, there's a lot of fans actually that were tweeting Jeremy about that. The guy that like runs the whole Jazzware. A lot of people actually want to see like the Susan ringside exclusive with the van.
Is it gonna happen?
I don't know, man. I hope so.
If it does, bro, you better buy that shit first day. You better pre-order that shit.
Dude, I feel like Wardlow would be like perfect for WWE. I could see him being a big star. Oh, and then we have the women. Oh shit. They have their own separate thing. Abaddon, they don't do anything with. Anna Jay, I could see her being in WWE at some point. Athena, she was former WWE. Britt Baker, I think she's just, AEW like till they die. Nobody. Oh, Jade Cargill. Could you see her in WWE?
Yes.
Yeah, if there's anybody that's on the roster that definitely will probably go to WWE at some point, it's Jade Cargill, I think. Chris Statlander, I think when she comes back, she's going to be the one to take the title from Jade. I do think. A lot of people are saying that. Let's see. Layla Hers, I know legit Layla Hers. She's been out with an injury. I wish they would use Madison Rain more. Paige Van Zant.
Isn't Paige Van Zant like a porn star or something? Ben was telling me.
OnlyFans, I believe. Yeah. Penelope, Rebel. Penelope needs to go to WWE with Kip. NXT. Let's see. I don't like Saraya and Tony Storm's run right now. Ty Mello, she was actually a former.
I don't mind. Nah, I might get some heat for this. I don't mind Tony Storm's heel run. I do mind some of the things that happen because you can tell it's being forced. It's not authentic. Like
exactly.
on Wednesday when you saw like the backstage interview and they beat up that chick in the fucking that looked like a secretary. Like,
right here.
What?
Where? Right there.
Who? Oh,
she was back then in NXT. Her name used to be friggin' Blue Pants.
Yeah. But like you can tell, like when Toni Storm hit her, she just went and like fell down. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, it was just it didn't come off authentic
Cheesy.
at all. It fucking came off stupid.
I'm sorry, but like when it comes down to it, man, like don't get me wrong, like Saraya can be a great heel. Toni Storm, I think, can also do really well, but it's the execution. Like they did this so random. And like that's why like it feels forced. That's why people just aren't into it. And like I know that AEW, like they're really trying to elevate the women's division, but like you had Saraya just come back. Like you should have built her being back for a little bit before you did it. Because now it's like Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter, they went from being like heels to now like faces all of a sudden. I don't know. Let's see here. Who else we got? Thunder Rosa. Can you see her in WWE?
Maybe NXT. I not on the main roster because I can't think of anybody that I could see her feuding with on the main roster.
Yeah.
Like maybe Carmella, maybe fucking Alexa Bliss, but
I feel like she fits like perfect in AEW. A lot of the women do, I think. And yeah, that's about it on there. Wow. We went through the WWE and AEW roster.
Yeah, bro, it was pretty wild, man.
Pretty wild. And the people that, stuck by us, during this, random live stream, that's why we tell you guys videos be coming out of nowhere like an RKO. This was very random. There really wasn't any wrestling news going on this week. And anybody that was here for the stream, we really appreciate you guys, supporting us. I know there's not a big number, but you guys do mean, so much to us. We are wrestling maniacs, but let us know in the comment section below if you're watching this after the live stream, your thoughts on some AEW, WWE talent that you would love to see on the other side.
Exactly.
But
and
you enjoy
that before we close out, man. Next week we have a bunch of stuff coming. Donnie has a new episode of the New School versus Old School coming out on Monday. Next week we'll have Elimination Chamber predictions. We'll be going live for Elimination Chamber next Saturday. So we have a bunch of stuff coming, man. So stay tuned to the channel with notifications turned on, man.
That's right. And if you guys enjoyed this week's episode of the We Are Wrestling Talk Show, very random, but the goal this year is to, be consistent all year round, even if we do some lives on Fridays and, we still air episodes on Saturdays. Make sure to smash that like button now. If you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. The link's down in the description below. You can go follow us on our social medias and other YouTube pages. In addition, if you want shorter clips of, We Are Wrestling podcast clips, all that, we're doing shorts on TikTok and stuff. All the links down below. And of course, to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide, we are taking over. Peace.
We are wrestling. We are wrestling.
Don, DON?
Yeah, got it.
Make sure to subscribe, baby.
We are wrestling.